Well, if you were to describe the state of the world right now, what word would you use? How about the word broken? We live in a broken world, and we're in charge of it. So here we have man's broken world. Okay? And we make ourselves the king of this world. We're in charge, hands on hips. This is our world, and what a mess we're making. So here we have the circle of man's broken world. Now, it wasn't always like this. In the beginning, God made the world perfect. God was in charge of it. Everything ran as it should do. Everything was being provided. And what we did is we turned away from God. Here we are, getting away as fast as we can. We turned away from God. And we set up our own system. We became in charge of the world without God. And that's why it's broken, because we turned away from God. Now, how do you get back into the God's perfect world situation again? Well, God has provided a way. And the way He's provided is not a system or a set of rules, but it's a person. He sent His only Son from heaven to earth, and His name was Jesus. His mother was a virgin when she conceived, and His father was God, and that made Jesus a God-man. As God, He would have the capability to redeem broken humanity, and as a man, He could fully identify in our humanness. He grew up and He lived a completely sin-free life. But the power brokers of His day had Him executed by crucifixion. This was all part of God's plan, because His death paid the price of our redemption, but only for those who put their trust in Him. Then He rose from the dead. Once that was done, went back to heaven, and He's going to come again, and this time He's going to come as King. He's the rightful King, Jesus, and He's going to come. He'll dismantle the systems of this world, and He'll set Himself up as King of the world, and things will be right again. So how do we get from this man's broken world situation into this situation? Well, two things. We must turn away from wrong, and we must turn to God. We must turn away from anything we know to be wrong or sinful, and we must turn to God and trust in the sacrifice of His Son Jesus on our behalf. When we do that, God counts our debt to Him forgiven, paid in full by the blood of His Son. Having made that transaction, we enter a new life, right with God, and He gives us a new way to live. Summarized in 6 words, this would be love God, love people, and make disciples. And as we go along in this new way of life, we leave behind the old life with its brokenness and its wounds and wrong behavior. And we also point other people to Jesus so that they also can be forgiven and be put right with God. And that process is called make disciples. Well, this new way of life has its hazards, but God makes sure that we arrive at our destination, which is heaven. And that is the 3 circles, and that is how we are put right with God.